Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin. I left off trying to get into this house with a couple of pyramids that we got. I kind of gave up on that. Last time I played through this, I actually bashed in the door with a hammer. But I'm not suspecting like that can't really be the way the game wants you to enter there. So there probably is either a secret somewhere, or you'll just get a key to open this here later on. So I'll just leave it be for now and try and progress in the game a little more, and maybe we'll find a way to enter there. If we don't, there's still the hammer method, right? So for now, I actually do want to... Oh, there's the House of Healing. By the way, don't dig up this grave, but I think I already showed what happened there. It's just gonna explode. And that's not that much fun. I actually picked the wrong direction. I want to go here. What I want to do now, in this episode, is actually examine the crime scene. No, not in the town hall. Where's the crime scene? There. In the King Crab Inn. So let's get in there and see if we can find anything useful at the crime scene. And after that, I think there's not much left to do in this town, honestly. Let's get in here. I've spoken to Oris, yeah, blah blah. Okay, so now we can go in here. Alrighty, and there's another Starstone here. Whoa, okay. And now the Starstone turned into one inert stone, whatever that is. Where is that? Actually. Oh, there we go. Inert stone. Alright, so if you didn't encounter the first Starstone at the House of Healing, you would have been teleported to the homestead right away here. So we're gonna check that out right after we checked out the crime scene. Let's actually look around here. There's a mirror, lots of stuff. A painting of a woman. Is there anything behind it? Doesn't seem like it. I better keep the painting though. You never know. Let's look in here. Letter from the Duke Farrell, okay.
Duke of Farrell is the worst poet in Riverlong.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
Alright,
So we meet yet another adulterous harpy. No doubt she's guilty as sin.
Ooh, he also got a nice voice, Jahan has. Really my favorite character so far. And if you didn't pick that up, I really like the dark type of character in roleplay games. I'm a friendly guy in real life, but in games I really enjoy the more dark, even say evil type of character. Alrighty, so there doesn't seem to be anything of interest. It's just a really chaotic room. Actually, I don't want to throw the entire bed, just... Oh, come on, game. Can I do you... Yeah, let's make that a little smaller. I just want to move that pillow somewhere. There, seems good. Did that help anything? No. Not at all. There's another one. Nothing of interest there. And I can't leave here. Why can't I leave here? Oh, don't tell me the pillow is blocking my way. Don't even. Yep, the pillow was blocking my way. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. Let's put that back up. Nothing here. Doesn't look like there's anything of interest in this crime scene that I can see, actually. Put the chair back up. And let's actually read that quest item. Treasure map. Where's your zombie painting? Oh, that's There we go. Read that. Dearest Esmai, your lips are red as emeralds, your hair is black as birch, your love is like cholesterol, and oh my heart, it hurts. I want to hold you in my arms and stroke your little head. And all this would be easier if Counselor Jake were dead. Forever yours, the Duke of Farrell. Well, he really is a pretty bad poet, though I really... I love that your love is like cholesterol. That really... I wonder how my girlfriend would react. Should I test that? If I tell her that, like in a really... Pick a candlelight dinner and really sweet and nice. And oh babe, your love is like cholesterol. Oh man. I love the ideas of these people designing the dialogue in this game. They have a great sense of humor. At least it tickles my fancy. So, Mr. Duke of Farrell, I'm gonna save before he renders me unconscious if he feels offended. Good to see you again. Oh, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. I've heard quite the story involving you and Esmeralda, though. Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it out to be. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interest, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough to fuel a murder. I kind of want to talk to him about his poetry, but apparently that is not an option. So we're gonna leave it as is. Good. Let's take a look at the map. I really forgot where that... This here was it, right? Oops. Where that Undertaker was. I think it was here. Or here? I don't know. Up here's where we met Eklund here. Yeah, here's the Undertaker. Okay, let's, Mortician's Morgue. Let's question that guy, because he seemed at least he gotta know something, because the grave we found actually didn't contain Jake, but did contain a sheep. Unless, of course, Jake was a sheep, then, my bad. You know what? Let's actually detach again. Let us go upstairs here and talk to him.
Greetings.
And Llilith, in the meantime, can go sneak about just a little bit. I hope that exploration XP... Yeah, it's shared among the party. Okay. Robert's ledger. Let's look in here. 9-inch nails. Well, you gotta admire that. And another hammer. Nice. So we got 4 of these now. That would make door breaking in the future a lot easier. Who are you? What's that? Better investigate that more closely. Another corpse. Huh, there really isn't much down chandelier. Well, I can turn those off. Let's do that. Nope, doesn't help at all. Let's move these guys a little bit. Just get you up here. No, nothing here. Righty then. Let's close that door up. Is there anything else here? Corpse Compendium. Well, let's take a look at that. And a couple books. Well, nothing of interest here. Broad skull, well, that is creepy, but really no reason for suspicion. And good. Looks like we got everything we needed in here. Let's take a quick look into the ledger. Furthermore, I find it impossible that any but Mayor Cecil, Captain Arias, Evelyn, or Esmeralda would have been able to gain access to the body without me noticing. A corpse can't just vanish into thin air, and even if it could, it's not as though a strong wind could blow a sack of gold onto the empty slab. No, one of them must have been involved, but as long as no one goes digging up Jake's coffin, I don't see how the crime could ever be traced back to me.
Looks like the mortician has reason to suspect Mayor Cecil, Captain Arias, Evelyn, and Esmeralda of something.
I'll pretty much rule out Esmeralda. It's just too obvious. Captain Arias would be really weird. Can you tell me about Jake's murder? Sad story that, though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker, especially not these days. So many are laid low by the orcs and such like. I'm just concerned myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace. About Jake's body. How do you... Oh, the ledger, is it? Fool I was to leave that in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to being found out. Well, as you know, I have my suspects in the matter. What would you like to know? Why Mayor Cecil? Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our business, you know, and he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. Why Captain Arias? Arias himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning. Before the sun even started peeping. Does the sun peep? I don't know. And told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains. Well, that just sounds like plain old Arias. That doesn't really... help me in any way. Why do you suspect Evelyn? I know it sounds strange, suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in the city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night, some kind of excitement. Well, I guess we found out what that excitement was about. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts. That there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. Well, that's basically she just didn't give a shit about the dead body, and she really wanted to go test out her healing stone. This may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole, but her master, Dr. Tellurian, brought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead. Bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price, considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager. Okay. Well, Esmeralda, blah blah. Okay. What about yourself? Family business. Well, isn't that just great?
Back again. Bye. Greetings.
Oops.
Bye.
Didn't know we can't go through here. God damn it. The game makes you, like... Yeah. I guess attitude 5 is fine, though. We don't really need them. Mortician to be particularly happy with us, so that's gonna be good. Either way. Now I wonder, though... What shall we do? Let's first get into the end of time and see what the new... Ooh, what the new room is. Welcome back, welcome back. Exciting things have happened since the last you passed through. I've been able to wrestle a couple of words from the dearest Weaver. Very gratifying after the ignominious silent treatment. But much more importantly, another portal has come to life. I sense a presence behind it. As you can imagine, I'm curious as a custard to find out what that presence is. The honor of doing so, however, is all yours. Well, isn't that nice? Just love the way he walks too, though. So, you're afraid to go through. That's basically what you're telling me. That's okay. That's okay, buddy. Righty, let's, give that game a save. And see what's behind. And here is another great piece of design. And it is the Hall of Heroes. Let's step down the halls. Look at that.
So it is. A hall fit for kings.
Look at that. Well, hello there, young lady. Now, all of this stuff here is ours, so we can actually look through without changing anyone's attitude towards us and explore the rooms a little bit. But let's first talk to Mrs. Astarchi. Hello there. You cannot be you, but it can only be you, the Guardians. But oh, how weak you have become. As weak... What? What, an arm wrestle, bitch? I'm not weak. As weak as you used to be strong. Look about you. You used to lead, and now you follow. Ignorant of your faults and ignorant of your fate. That it has come to this. Woe to the world that it has come to this.
He won't believe you, the fiend.
Okay, aren't you the friendly person?
Is this...
Okay, apparently we used to be a lot stronger than we are now. And apparently this place has been in a lot better shape, like... Forget about cleaning the dust, how about a tree growing in the middle of the room? And a moss covering the floor. Wait. Oh. Right, so there's a couple of... chests that we can open. There's a... what's that? Decorational twin sword. Well, yeah, it can be decorational there. We don't need to pick it up. Ah, John Smithen. Hello. Well, wouldn't you look fine with a strapping warrior at your side? Or is it mages you prefer? An eagle-eyed ranger maybe? A stealthy pickpocket? Take your pick of my swords for hire. Let's see who you got for hire. Of course, Chief, but maybe you ought to get rid of some of your old ones first. Never does well to sour one batch inside of the other. Sour one batch. So, yeah, we could get mercenaries here, and probably won't actually... Oh, can I sleep on that? Oh, nice. So we can regenerate hit points here, I guess. Yeah, so we could get rid of our comrades and exchange them for some hired... Well, for some mercenaries, basically. And we might do that in the future, I'm not really sure, but for now I want to have some... I want to have a party with a history, basically. So I'm gonna try and make it work. But of course, if it doesn't, plate at the end of time. Fork at the end of time. What the hell, man? I'm just gonna leave it as is, because it's just a cool design, and it's just a very cool room. And it kinda... If you are familiar with the northern mythology, it has a little bit of what they make Valhalla to be. Because that is a hall for all the fallen warriors with a great table where they can sit and drink and feast with the gods. if they've been killed in battle or however died worthy. And this here does pick up the theme a little bit. It's a huge hall in the, basically in the ether. There's no, like, it's not built in the real world, that much is for sure. It's floating in some type of space. It's really old, but like the tooth of time has been gnawing at it. You can see there's flowers growing here, there's trees growing, there's moss on the floor, so it isn't in the best shape. But you have that giant table in the middle, and it's filled with well, beef and no, not beef, what is it, roasted pork dish and cheese, and there's a wine, and you know, it's ready to start the feast. Yet there's no one here to start the feast. So I wonder, is that kind of a symbol for our inner state? Like, we don't have the power yet, we don't have the glory yet, so will this room get cleaned up over time? It would be awesome if that would be the case. Like, if the more we level up, the more polished and worthy of a king this domain or this room will become. That would be something. I don't know that yet, though. Just giving you my 2 cents and making you know that I really appreciate this room and the art and all. I'm gonna shut up now. Right, so we could... I think if I now talk to Beritor... yeah, if I tell her to leave the party for now, then she probably would stay here, and we could then take one of the mercenaries on. And we're gonna do that if it becomes necessary, like if we realize that the fighting strength or the composition of these guys, like if we need more tanking power, for example, or if we need more
I haven't the
whatever.
but the eerie bit is that she seems to know us.
Yeah, she seems to. Now we unlock the Hall of Heroes, and we can, like I said, dismiss companions and have them be here. So that is good. Now let's talk to Zigzags one more. Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, isn't it? Got some questions. No, don't really have some questions. About the Weaver. It's about the threat. Tell me that once you strode across the hall in shining armor, sovereign to all who beheld your might. I can clearly read the armies you have led, demons and dragons you have conquered, that you have ascended. But how can this be now that you stand before me, a human, a mortal? How far has your soul fled from the being it used to be? New threats, more threats we need. Who's that woman? She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. She is more than a woman, though less than a goddess. She knows you. She has wronged you. Perhaps you have wronged her. She's part of the end, though she longs to be part of the endlessness. Oh, great. Another one who talks in riddles. Don't you love that? Alrighty, so I think we're done here. There's not much more we actually can do. So let's go out and go to Aaaaalmost Gate. Good. Alright. So, we could do all sorts of things now. We talked to Aureus. We got that entertainment business down here. Well, let's actually take a look at the journal. Mysterious murder. So we got a couple suspects and whatnot, but really got nowhere. Yeah, got a love letter. Legionnaires at the church. Right, so that's all from the dialogue with Aureus. Met an old elf, Ecklendeer, and Cecil's mighty staff. So let's actually see if we can't find Dittmar at the beach. Lost her sheep. Alright, so there's a couple of open quests. I think we could go for the Aaaaalmost and Aaaallmost assassination quest, but I'm not. I want to at least start a little bit of action. So let's actually go to the harbor and see if we can, like, if we leave the city through this gate here, maybe we can find. Open the gate, please. Yeah, do that. There we go. Maybe we can find Dittmar at one of the beaches. And oh, the game's already saving. That's always a good sign. And maybe we can finally do some battle. Because we've been talking so much, I feel like my bones are rusty. Rusty, rather. And I wanna...
retreated from this battle. But what about the orcs?
Either they've taken to the sea or set up an encampment in those caves. Keep your weapon at the ready.
Yeah. We always have the weapon at our ready. Alrighty. Does look pretty grim out here. What's that? Weird sound. Can we swim, by the way? No, of course we can't. There's a crying orc. Another weird one, I'm pretty sure. There's a dead orc here. Don't tell me he killed all those orcs. Let's first, what's this up here? Stardust herb. Corpses all over the beach. Oh! Copper ring. More orc tusks. Another corpse. Well, what's in here? Can we go in there? No, we can't. Certainly pick that Stardust herb though. Not much going on here, it doesn't look like. Fish rack. Ah, mysterious stranger. I don't like mysterious strangers. Hello, good sir. Well, hello there, and who pray you might you be? And who pray tell might you be? Oh, let's say I keep the place in check, tidied up. I'm no one important, really. I've learned to appreciate anonymity, and forgive me if I prefer to distance myself from many possible mishaps you adventurers can cause. Quite unpleasant to get involved. Authorities knocking on your door in the middle of the night, and so on. Forgive me if I generalize, but some of your lot are as crazy as they come. I once thought you acquainted sort. But over the years, I've come to realize that about 1 in 10 is downright dangerous. Lock up behind bars, paint the key blue, and toss it in the sea material. Now I can't help but wonder, are you cut from the same batty cloth? You've come here after all. What's the point of it all? That's a good question. I've come here to solve the murder of Consular Jake. Okay. Uh-huh. What the frick was that? Oh man, that guy wasn't very helpful. So let's go say hi to the orc. Maybe I gave the wrong answer to that mysterious stranger, but... Oh, away with your weapons. Away. Leave a humble orc to mourn in peace. Look at that guy. What you doing here? I don't want to fight. I ain't after no fancy stone. I just want to bury these bodies the traditional way. It's the least I can do for my dear brother Augie. That was such a dear lad he was. Wanted to see a world. I saw next to nothing before he was called to serve the All-Mother in the afterlife. That's the traditional way. In our village, oh poor Augie never will see it again. Tradition goes that a warrior should be buried with the best armor so he could defend himself in the afterlife. There weren't so many spoils of the battle, but I managed to give old Augie the best set. A proud send-off for a proud soldier. A grave with a full set of handpicked armor, eh? We've got to know its location. Yep, second that. You want location of Augie's grave? Now what use could you have for that, small bones? Keep bothering about it and I may have to call over my friends from up the beach to deal with you.
Purchase with loot? Hand me my shovel.
First one to strike gold buys dinner.
Away with the weapon, blah blah blah. What stone do you mean? Don't play dumb with me, small bones. You know as well as I that your little city won't be rid of us orcs till my kind gets the fancy schmancy bloodstone you got in your cove. These totems. In our hometown we honor dead by decorating the grave with whatever material we have. In this case, that's wood. Look rather fetching, don't they? Augie'd be proud. Bye. So there's one totem. What's this? I found something. What did you find? Augie, Woggy. Why? Alright.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
Let's just wait until he actually leaves.
What's this? I found something.
I'm not sure. Let us see if we can't dig it up. That orc. Cloth cap. What the hell? That shovel has proven worth its weight, it seems. I would have done so more quickly if someone weren't hovering over my shoulder like a nosy aunt. Yeah. Oh man, I love those dialogues. Good, but that probably isn't Augie. Why? It's just some orc. Huh. I'm leery now to actually go down towards the beach. Because it really seems like there's a couple of orcs waiting there to gnaw our heads off. Well, let's just...
Our enemies have laid a trap.
Oh, did they? Can you actually... Huh. No! Oh gosh, that was close. Let's actually just deal with it the easy way. There we go.
Hold. Our enemies have laid a trap.
Another one. Dadgummit! I love the animation, look at that. That is actually quite funny. Okay, so we found 2 of their traps. And it's saving, okay.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Jesus, how many of these guys are there? God. Minor heal. go. Another one. We're just gonna heal her up, so. Wonder what's down there though. Can't really see any enemies yet. Maybe it's Dittmar protecting his stolen Staff of Pergamon. Sure hope it is, so we can get one of these quests out of our list of quests. But the episode's running quite long already. I think I'm gonna call it quits here. We didn't yet fight, but at least we found some traps. That is a start, right? And the next episode is either gonna be a quick death. Oh, what's this? Oh, that doesn't look good. It's either gonna be a quick death and me realizing that we really shouldn't be in this area, or we can finally have a little bit of an adventure and do some fighting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing it. Seems like we finally get out in the wild world and stop the talking blues. At least that's my hope. And, well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And have a good start in the week. And have a great one at that. See you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.